Welcome to Nintendo Ninja News. I'm your host, Chris Tysis, and this is the latest NNN show. And it's been probably one of the biggest months of my life for quite a few years because a lot's happened during the month. And I will tell all the details, I guess, now after what's been a bit of a funny sort of couple of months for me. I did E3 and then I went away for a little bit and came back and did the Sydney stuff. And I've gone away a bit and then I did a couple big videos with the little Coles video and stuff like that. So there's been a lot of, jumpity stuff. But, what I did was that I took a little bit of money out of my old nest egg, you can say, and decided to take care of a few things and that. First thing was paying off a couple big bills, which has now given me a lot less stress and things like that, and including education bills and things like that, which has helped out. And part of that budget was also to getting the new laptop, which was about $1,200, which was a lot. But it was really for the channel. It was also for setting myself up for education, so I can use it, in classes and things like that, and for future employment and things like that. So it has a lot of multi-uses to it. Now, also getting the HD60S, the game capture card, which is very important. So that will be part of the channel's future. And new Joy-Cons I had to get to, which was because the old ones were having the left stick problem, which was a pain in the butt. And I also got probably about half a dozen items to unbox on the channel because I know they're pretty popular and that sort of thing. And I got a few little cheap games on the Switch, which I'll review, later on down the track when I've got the time. And so I got a little bit of everything in those sort of different departments, which was really useful, and that was a big game changer. The other thing was a bit of a clothing budget, so I've got some new stuff on, which is great because I had, old jackets and old clothes and that, which was a pain in the butt. So I got, jeans and shoes and jackets and things like that and jumpers, so I can keep warm in winter and do all right. So I was happy about that too. And that was another big change that I wanted to do too, so I could look a little better and do things and that. And also, wear them out when I'm doing channel work and doing Nintendo Ninja News when I'm out and about. So, and the other big thing has been doing the Sydney holiday trip, which I did. I paid off all the bills first, and then whatever I had left, I decided to go to Sydney for a nice little holiday. And that spun out the Sydney video and the nice NNN show with Nicholas, which was great to see him there. And also to a bit about Manly Beach towards the end of that video. And it was weird because I've been to Sydney for, over the years, for 10 or I guess 15 years. And I sort of was starting to get bored with going to the CBD all the time. And then, I went to Manly Beach, and it was fantastic. And I think I sort of know what content I want for future videos, and providing new content and new locations and places. So we can say that we've hosted the show, or we've done Nintendo type stuff in different places. We've done it in Sydney and Manly and Canberra, and who knows, we might do it in Melbourne, we might do something in Brisbane, far off into the future, but that would be nice. And just videos in general for my creative website. So that's something fun to look at too. The other thing too is the education studies. It's starting up on Monday, so literally just a day away. So it's a little bit scary, doing childcare again. And I've even thought about doing certificate in education support, maybe after the childcare course, which could mean that I'm out of action and doing studies for 2.5 years, which is long. But I can opt out of that after a year and a half of doing the one course there. So it's an option for me to look at way down the track. Probably give me another year towards the end of that course for me to have a think about if I want to do that or not. And, you know, the other big news, which I guess couples in with NNN, is the moving. You know, finding out that I will be moving finally in the next 2 to 3 months is what I've heard. Some people hear up to 12 months, but I don't believe it. If it is much longer, then all right, we stick around here for a while and we keep using the room and all that sort of stuff. But I have been preparing the channel over the years here that being in this room was never going to be, you know, forever or for many years. And I think after, you know, 3.5 to maybe 4 years next year, doing this channel, that we've been doing videos outside of the room and inside a bit more regularly, and using different microphones and different ways to film myself. And that is because that, you know, during the moving process, I won't have this room that much anymore, and I'll be having a new room. I might have a 2-bedroom, might have a 1-bedroom. It might be a noisy place. It might be, the show could be done in the living room, like I've done a couple times in the past week. So there's all those varying factors that I don't know about. So that's going to be the tough thing too. What am I going to do? And that's the tough thing that I want to... That's those questions will be answered in the next couple of months. I'm really hoping that's going to be around the middle of September, towards the end of it. So by October, I know where I'm going and I'm actually doing the move. And get probably everything done by my birthday, by the end of October. So I think I just want to find out where I'm going to go. So that's going to be the tough thing. And, you know, Nintendo Ninja News, you know, expanding with the new segment Playtime, which will be... It was going to be like doing a number of videos on one game and moving on. But I think we'll only do like the one biggish video on different games and try to, you know, build ourselves up like that. And we might do gameplay footage of new games coming out when that drops. So that's going to be a lot of fun too. And I'm looking forward to all that sort of... doing that new segment, which will be fun. And I'm also looking at the new place and looking at what sort of non-Nintendo stuff I can put in, or things that I can partly relate to gaming and things like that. So I've still got the creative head going and sort of, you know, the clogs are turning. I'm looking at the new unit as, you know, as a chance to do other creative stuff that I wasn't able to do here. So I think the new place will be able to do different, you know, camera stuff and things like that. Maybe in different rooms and kitchens and bedrooms and outside or something like that. Who knows? And that is everything that's happened to me. It's been a really busy month and all these life-changing things, starting education, moving house soon. The YouTube show sort of twisting and evolving as it goes along, and dealing with the challenges of not having me, you know, full time like you have in the last, you know, 6 or 7 months. That's possibly why the channel's done so well. I've got my book of stats that I've put in this nice little book, which you can watch the video about this nice book that I got. And the stats have been great this year. You know, 16,000, 10,000, 11,000, 9,000, 12,000 last month. So, and we're on track to make 10,000 again. So the support's still there, even if I disappear for a week or two. And it's been, you know, big thanks to everyone who's been watching my videos, and gameplay stuff will be coming soon. I'm curious to see what will happen in the future. So I'm very, very curious to see what will be happening in that near future. I want to see how this turns out. So I'm hoping that in 3 months' time that I'm in my new place. It's nice and good. It's a new unit. I'm happy. And there's still a spot somewhere to do Nintendo Ninja News, but that's why I've got a laptop and the video camera I'm using more often, and trying to make it more versatile where I can film and making it easier. So, yes, it's going to be interesting. So that is it for my NNN show. Lots of things. It's a game changer indeed. This month that is nearly finished up for July, and then August, September is going to be interesting. And then at the end of next weekend is GammaCon, gaming convention, our yearly sort of cosplay gaming convention that we go to. So everything has happened in the same month. So hopefully after GamerCon, I can just ease a little more into the studies and sort of relax a bit before the next big chapter, which is moving house. So it's going to be very, very busy. So that's it for me. I'm going to take a break now because my voice is sore, and I shall see you next time.